Hello. Sorry, I'm trying to pause until this noise goes away, but I don't know what's going on, why it's so loud outside. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday, Alex in chat. The very rare double stream day. What a treat. Yeah, because of all the delays, we kind of have to double do some stuff this week, and then also I'm not going to be here for the rest of the week, so might as well do two today. Double feature, yeah. More like a triple. Got to catch up on yesterday's stream. Oh man, you're gonna be busy today, Ryan. Let's fucking go double stream. Yeah, we're gonna do the other stream at 7 tonight. The first one is just gonna be now. We're just gonna chill and do the IF keyboard. The replacement PCB should be here soon. I want to stream it. Go for it, Kyle. What's up, Kids Grace? What's up, Zany? NCF? What's up, dude? Hi, everybody. Why can't I see the handsome-looking Alex? My shirt's really wrinkly today. I guess I don't know. I thought whatever. I thought I put everything nicely in my drawer, but I guess I didn't. So everything's a little bit wrinkly today. But oh well. Hi, everybody. How you guys all doing today? Really appreciate you guys following the news section and tuning in today. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing the IF keyboard, which a lot of people have been a little bit critical about, for good reason, I think. It's a very interesting looking keyboard, to say the least. A lot of interesting features on it, we'll say. I don't know how many of them I can demo today because I'm on a Mac computer, but we'll see. Star Fox, thank you so much for a tier 1, dude.
Good afternoon. I hope both of your streams are great today.
Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. I don't know. Do you guys just want to jump right into it today? I feel like I'm out of the loop on this. Okay, we'll kind of just jump right into it today. I hope everyone's having a good day today. We'll do more of the chilling thing later.
Using my Prime before I forget to use it for the month.
Thank you for using your Prime on me again, Merkeebs. Really appreciate it. And next, thank you so much for a year of being here, bro. Thank you, dude. My package from Cannon Keys comes in today. Hell yeah, dude. All right, so
1 year already, Alexotos.
Thank you again, man. This is called the IF. It's from a place called Castle Bravo Studio. It's going to be vended by Click Clack. And then it's going to be a 75%. It's called the IF. It's about $350. There is some ways you can technically make it a bit more expensive by adding extras, like an extra PCB, an FR4 plate, palm plate. But it's a pretty basic list of things on the buy sheet. So you're going to get 6 different colors. You're going to get one style of PCB, which I appreciate. It's a 1.6mm wireless PCB. No meme cuts or anything like that. And it's going to have some different options for plates. $350. The thing is, this comes with the craziest amount of stuff, okay? I swear to God, this keyboard here has been on IC for quite some time. I don't know if it's the same naming scheme or the same people who did it, but I swear to God, I've seen this keyboard a while ago. For some reason, I don't know, maybe in my research this morning, because I was like, maybe I should research that one bit, like this being a bit of an older IC. I don't know, I just couldn't find it. I didn't even know what to look for. But this idea of having all this stuff isn't new. It has a toggle switch. It has a knob. It has NFC integration, which can activate things like iOS shortcuts and stuff like that. It has a fingerprint scanner, and it's wireless. I don't know who needs all that, but it's interesting. It's kind of cool that it's in one keyboard. But the NFC thing actually seems pretty neat, that you can do some shortcuts there. I don't know about the fingerprint sensor. I don't know who still uses that. I think that might be a bit of an older feature at this point here. I mean, it's a lot of cool features on the paper, but yeah, I mean, you guys will see. The keyboard itself looks okay. We'll jump right into it today. I hope everyone's doing well, by the way. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. It's a box. I was kind of hoping they'd give us a hard shell case for this. By the way, a little side topic here. I'm getting kind of tired of the boxes. I kind of want more hard shells again. The boxes just get recycled, and I don't really know what to do with them. I'd rather have the hard shell cases. Here's the board. You can see it has the toggles here, the knob, fingerprint sensor, the NFC portion over here. It's something. It's something, by the way. Interesting looking board. I think it's a little dusty, but we'll take a look at the case here itself. It looks okay, yeah. How do you release a board in 2024 and not include a carrying case? I agree with you, bro. All right. The board itself, it has an interesting look to it. I think it's just a lot of stuff on this side. It also has a screen too, by the way. What I'm going to say is I think they really should have cleaned this up to make it look a little bit better. I think this is just too much shit in one area. Excuse my language. It's too much stuff. I think this should have been moved, positioned differently. You know, did we need these toggles? I'll be honest, I don't know. Like, this could have just been, I think this board, if this was just taken off, and even this little X over here kind of looks kind of, I don't love it. If this was cleaned up a little bit and made a little bit more minimal, I'd say, and not kind of, you know, stylistic with the X here, this could have been interesting. Yeah, maybe a different layout. Maybe putting the NFC portion on a blocker instead of just kind of pushing it all into one side. But, I mean, it is all on one side. Perhaps they did this to keep everything on one daughter board, right? Or one PCB. Maybe that was just easier for them to do and then also lowered the price. However, again, it does seem a little bit kind of thrown together, you know? The bottom of the board's interesting. I actually quite like what they did with this. Do I think this is going to sound good? I have no clue. And if you want my honest, like, you know, prediction here, no, I don't think this is going to sound good. I don't think boards that have stilts like this, whatever you want to call them, like, you can already tell. Like, usually you need to support this with some sort of weight, which it's not here. There is no weight here. It's cool looking. It has like a, you know, a face to it, and I think some people might appreciate that. But I think it is a little bit of a bad choice overall. What they could have done is they could have made this piece of weight. I wouldn't have minded if this was a bit more expensive, by the way. And I think maybe that's another point of conversation that I kind of want to slide in here really quick. You can feel free and disagree with me, by the way, guys. I think the idea of cutting some corners to make some stuff cheaper and not including certain things into a design.
Only thing crazier than this board is how crazy handsome you are. Wow, 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 wow.
Thanks, man. But I feel like when they kind of cut some of these corners per se, and they don't include these certain things into boards, just to make it maybe $100 cheaper or $50 cheaper, like, I'd rather have it a higher price with all the features.
This board looks a bit strange.
Thanks, Clownfish. I'd rather have, like, them invest into, like, a weight system that sounds good. I'd rather it be $450 and be a solid keyboard than, you know, hey, we've cut a few corners or we didn't include to do something and now it's $300. You know what I mean? I would rather it be geared well towards the people willing to pay the price for something they'd like, rather than just like, hey, we just wanted to get into a certain price bracket. And I think that's just something that's been on my mind for a while. I get it. There's tons of budget options. There's tons of mid-range options. There's tons of high-end options. There's always going to be these things, right? But I think if you're designing something, and, you know, I'm not knocking this yet because this could sound amazing, but I'm just going to speak out loud. It'd be nice if you have a vision for something, stick to the vision. Make sure something sounds good. Make sure something feels good, like you as a designer, and don't be afraid to just include that extra thing that might make something more expensive for good reason, right? Like if it's encrusted with diamonds, yeah, it might be a little ridiculous. But anyways, interesting. Very interesting. I'm thinking this will have to be a bit foamy today. We have like gaskets here. And then we have our plate rather. Some foam, one of the other plates, and I think they also included a skeleton plate, which is an interesting choice for this particular keyboard. And then we have our PCB, which, you know what? I can't complain. It looks like it has not a whole crap ton of options, but it has some. Hell, it even looks like it has ISO, which is nice to see. I appreciate that. The PCB does look pretty decent quality. So good on them there. We have some different options for different space bars. We have you know, split left, step caps, different options here. Okay, they gave us some options with the PCB. Now, I'm a little confused because on the website, it says PCB uncut. This looks like cuts. I'm not... Maybe I just received an early model of it or something? I don't know. I have to clarify that now because I'm not too sure. The cuts are an illusion. They're not flex cuts, they're flex slits. Well, that's a little confusing. Do they have a picture of what the PCB looks like on the website? Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry, now I gotta... I guess they don't. Why would they put uncut? Alright, well, I'm not too sure about that. Definitely says uncut PCB and cut plates. I'm fine with the cut plate, whatever. But the PCB? Alright, well, that's confusing. That's a little confusing. And then also, are we missing pieces for this? I think we might be missing a few things for this. Alright, hold on one sec. No, that's it. Is it hiding somewhere here, the screen? Oh, this one here? Okay, I guess this is not a version with the screen. It's a version with switches. But it does look like there's a version with a screen on the website. Hold on, is that supposed to be an extra thing? Oh, maybe that's an old photo. Sorry, I'm looking at one of the IC pages here. Oh, that's an old photo. Never mind, it's supposed to be switches there. I thought that was a screen. All right, well, this is still a little disappointing. I hope they change that for the final build. Because you know why? And listen, I'm not going to shit on flex cuts right now. But what I'm going to say is this is already most likely going to be a bit pingy and a little bit aluminum sounding and probably thin. I don't think it was a good pairing to go with, you know, the keyboard having no dense material on the bottom plus plus flex cuts. All right, well, let's just start some stabs. Why are the center pin holes so gigantic? That is a really good point. Oh, I guess not. Maybe they just look like that? It fits fine to me. They have like a metal around them or something. You guys see that? I don't think I've ever... Have I ever seen a PCB like that? No, I gotta go check. I don't know why. My brain is not registering that at all. See that? Yeah, interesting. So wait, if this is wireless, where did the batteries go? Because they said wireless PCB, right? So, I keep pausing the music because I'm trying to think and the music's distracting me. Where would the batteries go in this particular keyboard? It doesn't look like it has any slots for them. Does it just sit underneath? Or can you even do wireless operations with this? I'm so confused. Inside the X's? A little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. This board's a little confusing to me. A little confusing. Well, who knows? Maybe this will be super cool. I'm gonna be open-minded, okay? We all should be truthfully open-minded. I feel like I'm a little taken aback by this right now. But we should be open-minded. It has a lot of interesting features. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I think that is the battery. Oh, they did kind of stick it underneath here. It's probably a really small battery. I think I see that. Yeah. Yeah, points for trying something. I agree. Let's be open-minded. Let's take a look. Let's loop some stabs, and let's get this all built together. unbuilt, it doesn't, I don't have a scale anymore right now. So just so you guys know too, I'm in the process of moving right now. Rent became a little too high, so we're moving out of the core of the city, and we're gonna relocate a little bit. But a lot of stuff I've packed already. Like, I think you guys can even tell from my shelf, there's not a lot of stuff left there. So we're moving. How do you move 90 keyboards? Very carefully. I've given away a shit ton to you guys, to friends, family members, so a lot of stuff I don't have here with me at this current time. Oh, let's keep this open. I'm still gonna have all the lights. Like, the room's not gonna look much different, guys. I think the only difference is the new space, because I checked it out already. The new space will have, I think, a shelf on my left. That's really it. It's not going to be much different. At least to my eyes, it's. Well, I mean, you guys might look at a shelf on this side now opposed to this side. That's it. It's not going to be super different. Do you still have the hypebeast skate deck? I do. Yeah, I do. Will the new space have impeccable background noise of the city? No. I'm going to be real with you guys. It might be a little bit more noisy. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm hoping it won't be. I'm hoping I can set up the microphone. Listen, guys. I'm going to try my best, but we were kind of not pigeonholed, but we were kind of not forced either. We kind of had to make a decision rather quickly because of rent stuff. So, we'll see. Actual useful thing for AI to do? Which happened? What's a good thing for AI to do? How much is the usual rent hike in Canada? Well, I'll tell you guys, and I'll be very honest. We were in a what's considered a, in quotations, newer building. Not all buildings in Toronto have rent protection. I think if the building was made in, I don't remember the year, so you guys can hate me for this or correct me. I think it's 2021 or later. You don't get put under rent control. So we were really lucky for 2 years where it didn't go up much at all. Like, it went up normal. But because of just a lot of things, like it's going to go up now, and a lot of different things in this situation, a lot of moving parts, I suppose. But yeah, we kind of have to figure out some stuff there. But I think it really depends. I think there is, like, rent controlled buildings that actually work well, and there's obviously stuff there that are not. So hard to find rent controlled buildings. Yeah, a lot of people don't give those up now. We're moving soon as well across the street into a much larger space so my partner and I can both have our own office spaces. Yeah, I mean, the one nice thing, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys it's not like a good or bad thing. The one nice thing is, because we're moving out of the core of the city, we will have more space by a small margin, but we will have a smidge more space, which is good. That means I can potentially have a little bit of a bigger area to do my work in. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a little disheartening, but also exciting, but also stressful. It's a mix of feelings. Do you like the X-ray keycaps? They drop soon. I loved them. They also sound good too, which is a net positive. More for cheaper is always best. Yeah, like, the only downside is, like, okay, the biggest downside, guys, I'll be real with you guys, is, listen, this is my first time ever living in the core of the city. It was really fun for 2 years. We got lucky with a good place where it didn't cost much. Now it's not gonna, be that situation anymore, but hey, it was fun. It's so convenient. Everything's within walking distance. I think now that I'm moving out, I'm just like, damn, there goes, like, that whole, like, you take it for granted a little bit. Like, we could literally walk to a grocery store in under 5 minutes. And now that's just not possible. So I think that's going to be one of the things I probably miss. But, I mean, it is what it is. Life moves on. Life goes on, right? Yeah, we had to, because technically we had to leave by middle of August. Well, Getting a phone call, but I don't know what number this is. Well, you need a car now? Yes, but I'm hoping that we can avoid it for a little bit. We're super fortunate to stay in our area. So much walkability and so many spots nearby. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love the walkability because I'm always outside. I love running errands outside. Like, it feels so good. Cargo bike? Dude, I should really look into one of those. That's all my places now. Love being able to walk everywhere, but man, it becomes inconvenient when friends visiting. Well, yes, that's also the inconvenient part. Like, if more than one person wants to come say hi to us, or just like we invite people over, we have nowhere for people to park. And like, our building only allows X amount of visitors per month, like, or else you just can't have them park in the visitor parking. I think it's 5 or 6 visits. It's not even a lot. And if you do, and that counts, you know, like per person, right? So if you do one outing per month and like 5 people come over, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like, is a lot of people, but that's it. You can't have anyone else park in your spots or the visitor stuff. It's an interesting thing. Again, I'm learning a lot, and I think learning is key. But very interesting how it all works. There goes the secret key meetup we were planning in the living room. Dope. Yeah, it's okay. What is with these weird rules? Oh, I know. There's a lot of rules, man. How do they track who comes? Because they have a parking enforcement person there. And then you have to register that person's license plate. I think most condos work like that, from what I understand. So they get a 24-hour parking pass, basically. I have a good parking at my place with no friends, so we have different problems. Y'all seen the monochrome Dolce I see? Ooh, I have not. Sounds pretty nice, though. Dolce is a classy set. How much you want to bet the guy who checks up came with that rule? Or came up with that rule? Yeah, or else you get a ticket. Which, you know, like, I don't want people to get, so... Definitely not common in the US. I think it's just how dense Toronto's becoming now, like, people-wise, population-wise. Everywhere you look, there's condos now. It's crazy, dude. But yeah, that's pretty much my story. Nothing's gonna change. Like, there'll be a small disruption in stream in terms of, like, I won't be able to stream for a few days in, like, 2 weeks because we're gonna be setting things up. But, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Let's look at the positive side. It is kind of, like, sad we're leaving the core of the city because it's fun. I liked being here. It was really cool. It was a fun experience. But, I am going to have the opportunity now to kind of redo my stream setup, as I've been kind of telling you guys. So I do want to change a whole bunch of stuff. I want to change the desk. I was looking and... Oh, dude, I don't know if you guys have experience with this. So Uplift has some really nice stuff. But Ergon Office has a really, really nice setup as well. Both are kind of expensive if you want to get the actual, like, solid wood desks. And I was thinking I wanted to go with, like, a maple wood, and only Ergon Office has those. And I was thinking, okay, well, I can do it myself. Like, how much would that cost? It ends up being about the same price. So, time to get your custom desk made. You're in the States, though, way too lucky. I don't know if I can easily import that into Canada without having to spend a shit ton of money. Because I was looking at Toronto-based ones. I have an Uplift, it's good. Yay, maple. So I looked into buying the block from a hardware store, Banana, and a good block of the wood that I wanted ends up being pretty expensive anyways. So I don't know. I'm going to see. I'm going to go through it. I didn't realize how expensive some of these things were, but even the frames are kind of pricey, like a good frame, and I don't want to cheap out and buy like a bad frame. So I was thinking the Uplift ones at the very bare minimum from Uplift. But yeah, it's an interesting process. Now I just kind of got to decide on things, and I probably have to order a bunch of stuff today though, because it takes 15 to 20 days to come in, you know? So I'm very happy with my BOT desk. BTOD desk. What is that? You can have my wood for, huh? Let's take a look at this. Hard maple. Is hard maple the same as just regular maple? Dude, you do live edge stuff? Oof. Have you ever shipped to Canada for your stuff, Way Too Lucky? Honestly, maybe I will go the block of wood route and just lay it down on some legs. I don't know. As I asked, I don't know if hard maple is different from regular maple. I don't know. There's also like spalted maple, which I think is a little different. I don't know anything about wood that much. I'm not that in tune with my my wood knowledge. It's more aroused maple. God damn, dude. It's a little bit more excited maple, you know? Just read a good book kind of maple. Spalted maple is hard maple, but a bit rotten. Is it actually? So wait, spalted maple I thought was more... Wow, I did not know that. I thought spalted maple was a totally different type of like cut of wood, you know? But a bit rotten. Huh. Interesting. That's the black and the sugar of the wood is going bad. Oh! Damn. I had no idea. Huh. Dude, woodworking and stuff is so interesting too. Yeah, that is really cool. Because I actually love the look of spalted maple. And it's always, I don't know, every time I've looked for anything spalted maple, it's always costed a little bit more. And I've always wondered why. But now I learned it's the same thing, just a bit rotten. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, we learned something today. How cool is that? How cool is that? Oh, by the way, Way Too Lucky. You see the shirt? Although I made a boo-boo because we're such in a rush. Like we're not in a rush per se. We're kind of going through things, moving things around, and I didn't put my my clothes in my drawer nicely, so I wrinkled everything. But it's okay. I'll fix that another day. So happy you like it. I love it. Been seeing the etched Kohaku stuff that Singa keeps sharing on Instagram. It makes me happy. What's the etched Kohaku stuff? Honestly, guys, I haven't... My Instagram... okay, this is just me complaining about social media now. The algorithm is terrible on my social media. I don't see keyboard stuff. I see unrelated random tech stuff that I'm never going to buy. And I don't even know how to fix it. So if I ever want to look at something, I have to go physically type in that person's name. So I really haven't had a chance to catch up on things because my timeline is so bad. I'm wearing yours today. Are you getting the mode etched bat? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get one, but I had an idea for one. Can I tell you guys? Actually, no. Maybe I'll ask mode. I was thinking, you know, the circle piece. I was thinking about putting like the Rebel logo or the Imperial logo on it, and kind of making a Star Wars themed one. I thought that would be super dope. But I don't know if they'd let us do Star Wars stuff. I mean, I don't see why not, but I thought it would be super cool. Because they can just engrave something on that little circle badge, the puck, right? I missed the old timeline where everything was chronological. I thought they said they were going to fix it and do that for the timeline, but I guess not. When you were working as a dev, did you use any JavaScript framework to make webs and stuff? I'm a dev and I'm curious since you have such good taste for your merch website and photos. I used whatever I could, Charlie. If I'm being completely honest with you, I had no formal education when it came to that. So when I did do any sort of development, it was a lot of like, how do I do this? I have this idea, let me Google all the pieces to it, and then I piece things together. So there was a lot of JavaScript, but I mean, there was just a lot of everything. Like if I needed something done, sometimes I would take like, I don't know, something I found on Google, you know, and then just build on top of that or build around it or use that as some sort of like platform, you know, to build up on. So it was a bit of everything. I'll be honest, nowadays, I don't feel like doing my own stuff anymore because it does take a lot of work. So if you look at my website now, it's actually built with a website builder. There is some stuff that's custom that I've had to do. Like that little spinny circle-y thing is custom, and there's some other stuff that I've had to do. But for the most part, it's just easier for me to use a website builder and not have to worry about things that break and whatnot. The only negative side about that is sometimes add-ons don't update properly, but I hope that helps. At least you're getting inspired from people making shorts and putting switches into hot swap builds. Yeah, there's a whole side of social media with keyboard stuff where it's very sales pitchy. And I don't know if I absolutely love it, but I get you there. Totally get that. It's very sales pitchy, some sides of keyboards. Alrighty. Hold on, let me see something quick. Where's my mouse? I have to use this mouse today because the other one's charging. And where's my text messages? Oh. No, I clicked League of Legends by accident. I was trying to find if I had to say anything else for this particular keyboard. How comfortable are you sounding down a butcher block on stream? Would make a funny DIY stream. Here's the crux of the situation. Are you guys ready for this? Here is the interesting piece. Because of the limited space of the new place as well. Like, it's not that much bigger than this place. If I decide to bring this desk, then I'm probably not going to buy another desk.
I picked up your PC Sonnet. What keycap set you think would look good on it?
Dude, I would personally get Heine Beige, if that's still on pre-order. Kaiju, Mecha Kaiju, Vibrato, looks great on it. Whole bunch of different things. It's such a neutral color that I think you can get it away with a lot. But thank you, Yo Maidsen. But the crux of the situation is if I bring this desk, I'm not getting another desk. And if I don't bring this desk, then I have nowhere to put my stream stuff, and you guys can't watch me do it. So that's the unfortunate piece of this is I'm going to be out of a desk, and I need to think of something. So I don't know. Keyboard floor stream? Oh, God. Keyboard floor stream? Sounds painful, man. And also, Mason, thanks again, dude. What switches are you pairing with it? And did you just get it? I wonder how many are left. Floor gang? Sounds painful for my back. I hope everyone who ends up getting this Sonnet really likes it. I have been absolutely loving it, and I think pairing the Obscuras with it is lovely. I ordered some Vint switches off eBay. Well, technically eBay, because that's where they told me to order it from. Now, I was going to do a build with Vint switches in the Sonnet, because I want to redo one of the other PCBs I have for it. But I ended up not liking the Vint batch that I got. Actually, the stream later today was supposed to use a Vint batch as well, and it was really bad. Like, the Vint switches were kind of rotten, almost. They're supposed to be, like, lightly used, and they looked like hella used. Yeah. So tonight we're going to be switching to just using some MX2A cherry switches. So unfortunately no Vint switches for tonight's build. The owner was very cool with it though, because I ordered on his behalf, and yeah, I'm going to get a process to get a return on those, because they're more than lightly used. They're very, very well used. Carbon is in GB and basically tailored for AE Sonnet. Carbon also would look really good in this. I agree. So the MX2As so far, building them in hand, they're a little bit less scratchy. I've definitely noticed that. I thought they'd be just as scratchy based off of everyone else's stories they've told me. But I will say, in hand, they feel less scratchy. They feel good too. I've also spring swapped them, but they feel good. Like, they don't feel bad at all. If anything, they seem like kind of a beefier. Oh God, how am I gonna get this? This is really annoying. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I'll go back to my Switch talk, but I really don't like when people do this with their PCB design. See how close that screw is to the hot swap socket? Now, like, how am I supposed to put that in? You know? Like, this is a terrible position for this. And I understand the necessity for it, but... And actually, you can kind of see that it looks like a bead of solder is now blocking the path for the screw, too. See that? Man. What I probably have to do is... Hopefully this doesn't short. So it'll screw in with no washer, but good luck getting a washer on that, which I'd probably recommend to put one. But I think this is really bad practice in my opinion. So if you guys are ever doing PCBs, probably don't do that. Leave a little somehow. I mean, maybe even you have to forego the extra thing here, but I've seen it done better with different hot swap PCBs. What's the worst sponsored build horror story? I mean, if you want the most real answer here, it's stuff that happens off stream. Some sponsors refuse to, like, they want content done and then they refuse to, like, help out in any sort of way. And by that I mean shipping things on time. They refuse to, like, give me information on things. So a lot of the stuff, I actually have a very small pile of sponsored builds from over the years. And I mean very small, like 3, in which people sent me stuff, agreed to certain terms, and never followed up, never gave me anything. Still sent me the board, and I'm guessing in hopes that I just stream it or something with, like, no info. But usually... that's a really good way to sniff out sus behavior from vendors as well. Like, if a vendor doesn't want to work with you, why would I want to recommend it to anyone? If a vendor's being that difficult with me, I can only imagine they're going to be difficult with anyone who's purchasing their product. But those are probably the worst stories for sponsored content, in which I don't even do it. I don't say nothing negative or anything good. I don't even want people to know the name. So, very good point. Yeah, it's usually what I do. It's just say, screw it, we're not making content on this at all then. Rama's actually never done, I don't think Rama's ever done, at least not to my knowledge, sponsored content with anybody. I think Kate reached out for the first round of Karas to people. And asked if people wanted early copies to take a look at. And I think that was really about all I know from Rama. I mean, honestly, would anyone take that sponsorship? Well, at this point, no. Maybe in the past, sure. They would have to have the capital to do that. Yeah, true, Rama would, yeah. I'm presently having an issue with a vendor over an FO4 plate that's obviously defective and they refuse to replace it because you can technically build the board still. Manic, do you want my suggestion on what I would do? Or, I don't know, do you want to talk about it? So I actually have a really decent suggestion I can tell you. Sure, let's hear it. Well, 2 things. I used to do this thing where I used to open up keyboards beforehand and check for the vendor and all this stuff. I don't do that anymore. If I want the live stream to be as real as possible, unless the vendor says, hey, we think we forgot something, that's the only time I'll check. I want it to be as, like, raw as possible. I want people to, like, see me opening it, see the blunders people have. Like, I don't want it to be scripted. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I've done this beforehand, I made sure this little piece, unless someone specified, hey, we know this thing is fucked up, can you please do it right now? Going forward, Manic, my advice to you, just open shit on stream. If it doesn't work and people see it, hey, that's on the vendor's fault. Like, it's not up to you to make sure all the pieces fit together before the stream. You know? I personally think that's up to the person sending you it. And they should ensure that their parts work together. Plus, I mean, it's totally, I'd say, fair cause on your point to, like, open up and be like, yeah, this doesn't work, you need to fix this. And just a good, you know, calling out on that sense. Not in a mean way or anything, you know. And then second, if they're being difficult about not sending it, dude, I wouldn't do the content. Like, it's just a play at the end of the day. If they can't spend $30 to $40, like, rectifying that to help out with, like, their image, not a good look. Not a good look in the slightest. But I used to do that, and It was always like a pain. All right, we're gonna use foam for this, guys. I basically want a white and gold set. Is GMK Civ still available? White and gold Civ was a thing. Which is why the board is presently collecting dust until I get around with it. Dude, I do not blame you. Good on you for standing your ground there, bro. Good on you. I also guess I'll just use the, you know what, fuck it. We'll just use aluminum plate today. Try to make this thing as loud as possible. Drop one of the feet. But yeah, I don't really have any vendor horror stories for you guys. Like, I mean, interesting. This is like coat it with something, the aluminum plate. I wish I did. I wish I had some fun stories for you guys, but I don't got much. None at all. I had an issue with either the top bottom case of the new 65 where there was about 2 or 3 millimeters of wiggle room. Basically made the bottom row unusable. Wait, what? Did you talk to Mode about it? You're talking about the Mode 65, right? A new PCB for my keyboard? I don't know if you'll get that. They've been a little sussy-wussy too lately, huh? We're using the Mirror Lakes today. This is a hot swap board, so if we end up hating this, we can always just swap this to another one. But the Mirror Lakes have been on everyone's request list for us to take a look at here, so Mirror Lakes it is today. They're really pretty looking switches, by the way. I did lube them. If you guys want my honest opinion, I thought the lube on this was a little bit lacking, especially on the springs. So I did open each one of these up and I did lube them. Denra, thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Much love here from Toronto as well. So this is a skeleton plate and flex cut PCB. Yeah, a very odd choice, especially because this doesn't have a weight in the keyboard and it stands on 2 feet basically. So it's kind of lifted from the desk. I'm half expecting this to be a bit of an echoey mess, but we'll see. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, they are letting me keep this board. So technically, that means this keyboard is sponsored, because that's technically accepting a piece of payment or whatever you want to call it. As you guys can already tell, that doesn't affect my opinion none. So it's I'm gonna keep it honest anyways, because I don't want you guys to buy stuff that I don't like. When you do get a sponsored build, do they also send you switches? 90% of the times they don't. I mean, sometimes. The only time I ever get switches from a company is if it's switches they want me to promote with the build or something, which 9 out of 10 times I don't use. Or if it's like a small vendor or a small designer, it's their own board usually. So they'll just send me switches that they've made. But usually no. That's an expense that I have to kind of bear. So I usually buy the stabilizers and switches for all these sponsored builds. Thanks for the transparency. No worries. Have you checked what the switches I sent you? Yeah, I did. What were they all anyways? Did you write them down on a list or something? I couldn't find any paper on those. Actually, you and someone else sent me a little batch of switches that I need to... One of the other persons I need to go through still. Come on. They are Franken switches? Oh yeah, I think you did tell me about this. My memory's so hazy this week. Hydrate, give me 1 second. I hope they pay you more than your regular build rate since you supply switches. It depends, Boomer. Sometimes, again, being super transparent, because I think it's important to talk about these things. Sometimes vendors will be awesome and they'll look at my rate sheet and they'll be like, cool, no problem. A lot of times, not every vendor, I think good vendors will just look at the rate sheet and be like, we want this. Well, not good vendors. Vendors that respect each other's work, you know? They'll look at it and be like, okay, we'll take this package or we want this. A lot of the times it's just like, what if we just give you a free keyboard? And you can kind of battle with them on that, but like at the end of the day, it puts, if you're doing content creation, especially stuff like this, puts you in a weird spot because you kind of need work to do. And you need to, like, you do want to cover certain things. But then sometimes you're like, well, fuck, like, if this is all I'm getting, like, I can't pay the bills with the free keyboard. Like, let's keep it a buck, guys. Like, there's no reason, like, it doesn't work that way. Some people think, like, oh, yeah, it's, you know, you accepted a $300 keyboard, you know, that's a lot of money. I've never sold a single one of those keyboards. At any time I've ever gotten a prototype, it's never, ever been sold. So it's not real, like, tangible money. And if people be like, well, it's a product, you got it, it's still worth that much. Yeah, but like, do you need all these things? And it comes like a game of that. And sometimes you try to tell that thing to like vendors, or even designers, and like, they don't care. So sometimes you get paid nothing. And you actually, believe it or not, you know, you lose some money on doing these things. Why not sell it? Because selling prototypes has a very bad stigma in this particular hobby. I get it though, because sometimes people even will give you and it's hard to tell, like nobody really knows. Like, for example, here, we'll use this. If, let's just say I charge them $400 for like a stream, a YouTube video, pictures, the whole works, and they go, you can have the keyboard for free to go with the payment. It's hard to tell if, like, you'll never know because sometimes people will be dishonest. Some people might turn around and sell this prototype, and if the vendor's like, you know, we want to give you this as a gift, and it has like this really bad stigma. Listen, personally, I don't care if people sell their prototypes in this hobby. It's not really something that I give a shit about because who cares? It's not my business, and who gives a shit? I think it might be scummy when someone sells a prototype before the group buy's done, you know? And then the other reason I think it's maybe a little bit scummy is sometimes prototypes aren't in the best condition and they also have problems. And that's where it becomes a bit of a gray area. So that's where I think the real scummy thing can be. But I personally don't care if people want to sell their stuff. I just don't do it personally because of, you know, it's how I am now, and I just won't do it. Just because I also don't want to sell someone to dud either, right? But I give them away to you guys, so that's pretty cool. I get to give away all these things. I actually, now that I've cleaned up a lot of my area, we'll do another big giveaway in probably late September. We'll do another 20 keyboards. My 3-year-old just walked into the room and I said to her mom, I know that's my uncle Alex. Hey, dude. That's cute. That's very cute. That is super adorbs. People don't mind prototypes getting sold as long as you're open about the condition, like Alex said. Yeah. Plus, you have to be open about like missing parts because sometimes prototypes don't come with everything. Uncle Alex has a good ring to it. Yeah, that's what my niece calls me. It's super adorable. Super. It makes you feel like a little accomplished in a way, you know? Alex do be having uncle vibes. It makes you feel like, all right, I did something right to be called that, you know? Yeah, the Mirror Lake switches are gorgeous. But yeah, again, do I care about the stigma of prototypes being sold? No, I don't care, personally. But I know why the community has a stigma about it. Again, they could be problematic prototypes. They could... A lot of people don't disclose conditions of things. Sometimes prototypes don't match all the finishes of the final units, and that could be a little bit dishonest that those get passed around in the community. So, like I said, I get it, but I also personally like, if it's a good condition prototype and it works, then as long as you're honest, I don't care. Winter Fresh or Chew 5 or the 5 gum? Oh my god, please go in there. Thoughts on ultralights? Using them right now? Ultralights. Which ones are those? I love being called an uncle. It feels so endearing for some reason. Well, yeah, it kind of makes you feel like you did something right, that you're able to like For example, like, this sounds stupid, and you guys can laugh at me, but like, I don't know. You hear a lot about families that, I mean, I've been through it myself. You know, like, sometimes families just don't work out. You know, like, they don't stick together. You know, not just because you're bound by blood doesn't mean people respect or love you. You know what I mean? So it's just a sense of accomplishment that you've been able to go through life with family members and or just people that you can call family. Let's just say that. And, you know, they have a kid and they trust you enough to allow, like, you know, to let you be an uncle to their child, you know, like, that's kind of, it's endearing. It's almost like a sense of, you know, accomplishment as well. Like, you've done some good stuff in your life that you've been able to do this. You know, you've stuck by good people or whatever. So I think it's more than that. You know, I get it. It's totally different when it's like your kid and stuff, but like, you know, it's nice. It's a nice feeling. But now Gen Z and Alpha are calling us millennials uncles as a way of saying we're old. It's okay. When Gen Z and Alpha generations get a little older and realize, I mean, dude, we all go through this, right? They're gonna realize they're fucking cringe. They're gonna realize that they're like, ah, shit, yeah, we were pretty lame, just like we did when we did stuff that was cringe. And then they're gonna move on and be in the same position we're in now. Okay? They're gonna let them have their time in the limelight now. And then when they realize, oh boy, we were super cringe doing this. Yeah, it's it. Just like we all thought we were cool when we went through our like emo phases and stuff like that. We all thought we were the shit. And now I look back at it, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Alex, can you do that again? I missed it. They can have their skibbity riz and whatnot. Your jawline's quite impeccable. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Need a close-up? Emo's still not the shit? Well, okay. There's some people who can really rock the emo era, you know, like style and stuff like that. But listen, let's be 100, bro. All right? Not everyone rocked it super well. I certainly did not. Okay? You have to be honest about these things. I did not rock it super well. All right? But I did it anyways. Wasn't my style. Some people, it's their style, and it will fit them forever, and they'll look super cool doing it. But yeah, you gotta be honest. Can we pull out the young? I don't want to pull out those. No, thank you, dude. I don't think it's necessary because people are old. Uncle to me is like being called wise. I don't think they're calling people uncle for the sake of calling wise, though. It's just another way to call them old. I've noticed Gen Z and Gen Alpha have a lot of disses towards everybody that they have just in code words. No shot Alex rocked it super hard for sure. No, I did, guys. Listen, I did not rock it, okay? I have ears that stick out a lot. I think the style that suited me the best is when I got a little older and I started, styling the way I do now. I think that suits me more. I tried even doing like, I think there was even that phase with like, you know, the cardigans and the skinny jeans and everything was very like hipster. That phase I tried too when I was younger, and that also looked ridiculous on me because I weighed like a solid 155 pounds. So I was already super skinny, and wearing skinny jeans did not rock with me at all. I think now that I've, you know, put on a few pounds and I actually can fit my clothes better, I just have a different style, which is wearing just random shit. You just kind of look a little bit more comfortable in your own skin. And I think when you look comfortable in your own skin, you can rock anything you want. Well, for the most part. Just dropping this here. What is this? Oh, his mewing streak? Oh my god, dude. Get out of here. I'm 5'10", 135. Yeah, it's tough. I was really skinny too. I could not gain weight for the life of me. I was really skinny, got made fun of for it. But eventually I filled out a little bit. I've gained 7 pounds since high school. I feel called out. I mean, I overnight, dude, it was a little bit, I mean, it's a little bit like of a wake up call, right? But like, I was like 155. And then like overnight, not overnight. It just happens so quickly. But like you go from 155 and I hit like 191. And I'm like, oh, that's not healthy. And I've been doing really, really well lately, trying to get my weight back down because it's not healthy. Like you can dress it up as any way you want. I personally don't think it's that healthy to like have that drastic of a weight shift in the course of like what felt like 4 months, 6 months. How tall am I? I'm 5'10". So, yeah, I'm trying to get back down to what I was. Well, not what I was. I'm trying to get back down to at least 168, 165. That's like my goal right now. I'm almost there. I'm like 10 pounds away right now. But I'm trying my absolute best. Shit, I don't know how the bottom row of this is supposed to go, but... Alright. Let's put on... I guess let's open this up. This is hot swap anyways, so... Got your first custom a couple days ago? What'd you end up getting? Let's put the feet on too. Also, welcome to the community. If you hate yourself and don't care about living and eat junk, you'll gain weight. If you hate yourself and don't care about living and still eat junk, you don't lose weight. Well, I guess that's one thing you can love about yourself, I guess. What's that mean? Sorry, I'm missing it. I mean, okay, realistically, you can eat whatever you want, right? Everyone can eat whatever they want. But there is side effects that, you know, like one of the biggest things I saw when I gained like that 30 plus pounds in the court, like so quickly too. Dude, oh wait, there's 2 different color feet here. I didn't realize that. Where's the other one? One of the biggest side effects, I've never once had allergies in my entire life. And it's definitely a correlation. I've spoken to like the walk-in clinic and stuff too. The moment I gained all that weight, somehow I'm having allergies. Never had allergies in my entire life. Somehow I have allergies. Skin condition was bad too. Just a whole bunch of like stuff that appeared the moment I gained weight. And I was just like, yeah, this is not healthy anymore. So, I mean, there's side effects to all this stuff, you know? Like, got to take care of your body to a certain degree. I'm not like the most active person in the world. I go on walks and stuff. I try to make sure I get that all stepped up. But like, I was just eating a lot because I was, I don't know, stressed, bored, whatever it was. I was allergic to all fruits and vegetables for 13 years of my life. A few years ago, poof, gone. Cried so hard the first fruit I ate. How does that happen? How does it just go away? I mean, our bodies are really weird, right? I could honestly lose some weight, but I got a bit of a stomach fat. I mean, me too right now. Technically, according to doctor and whatever, I'm like still 10 pounds over what I'm supposed to be. I'm trying my best, but do you film your macchiatos? No, I don't. I'm trying my best, but like you just gotta eat stuff in moderation and stuff, you know? It's so easy to get into a loop of eating because you're stressed or bored, and then you get more stressed and then eating again. That's what I was doing. I was super stressed from all the... I was working, if you guys don't know, I was working 2 jobs up until a year. I mean, I gained all this weight about a year and a bit ago. Prior to that, I was working 2 jobs. And I was... When I tell you guys, I literally had no free time. And I was ruining my mental health working 24/7. I cannot stress enough how important it is to make sure you don't overstress yourself. So I was super stressed, eating a lot eating my feelings away basically. And I would do this thing where like I stayed up really late to watch a show because I felt like during the day I had no time for myself. So my sleep schedule was also a mess. So lack of good sleep, eating a lot, not getting the exercise I needed because I was stuck in front of my desk all day. Like I wasn't even going for my walks, right? And then it's just like everything all at once, you know? Revenge bedtime procrastination is not good, bro. It's not good. But that's what I was doing, man. And then suddenly everything just hit. I've lost 80 pounds and I'm on the push to hit 220. Let's go, dude. By the next 4 to 5 months, all my health issues, mental health issues have been getting better. And it's been so hard, but so rewarding. Dude, that's huge. I love hearing that, Mason. That is amazing. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. You don't realize how much that's tied, you know, like to your mental health too. It's so good for you. I'm hella proud, bro. I've had to come to the realization that I will never look like the guys. Oh, hell no, dude. When I look in the mirror, like I'm like, bro, where's even the 1-pack, bro? But yeah, I don't have like the. I mean, this is part of what I've always said too. You're never going to be good at everything, and it's important to realize what you're good and what you're bad at. I'll never be someone who finds enjoyment going to the gym. Like I've tried, I really tried. I gave it my all going to the gym. It's fun sometimes, but not the amount that's needed. Like, I prefer to do other things in my life, right? And that's fine. I think getting the light exercise I needed in helps a lot. I'm good at eating, dude. I'm very good at eating. But, yeah, I think I had to come to a realization that I'm never going to be like that guy, dude. I have a 6-pack and muscles, but I'm a very wiry guy, and that's just the way I am. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely that, too. Everyone's body's a little different too, like where we store weight. Some people, like for me, dude, I don't know what it is. When I did eat all that, my arms were the exact same. Like my arms are thin, but then it all just sat in my stomach. And a little bit in my neck too. To be fair, nobody becomes the muscle guy without some working out or chemical help. I mean, some people have that natural stuff, but yeah, it takes a, like, going to that ends of gym going is a totally different beast and requires, you know, a good chunk of dedication, which some of us might not have because of other, you know, stuff that we do in life. But you don't have to look like that guy. I think the best piece of advice I could give you guys, or I guess like what we can all walk away with, is, dude, you just gotta just be healthy. You know, being healthy doesn't mean being muscular or like, you know, having like 1% or whatever, like the lowest amount of body fat possible. It just means being able to like not have all those extra medical things that come with the extra weight, you know? If I lived in Toronto, I would totally love to lift with you. Every time I've gone to the gym to try to do that stuff, it's been kind of, I'll be honest, it's been intimidating. I've done it like once or twice. Most of the times I'm just on the machines, but it is definitely like a little intimidating too. Biking's really good too. I'm at like 170. I've been sitting at like nice and pretty at like 177 right now. So, but I've been using the rower whenever I can, and then I've also been doing like walks and calisthenics and stuff like that. So
Vitalize 20 gifted a
Vitalize, thank you, dude.
L4ZK0 which.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Is to be kind to yourself. It helps so much with discipline and overall mood towards working out as well. Yeah. Dude, and you got to realize it's not an overnight thing, right? Some people will go on like crash diets and stuff. That's not good. It took me to burn off the first 5 or 10 pounds. It took me a few weeks. More than a few weeks. It probably took me 2 months to get down about 7 or 8 pounds. The best piece of advice I can probably give you was walking a lot helped. So just making sure every singular day I was outside walking. And then the other 2 things that helped was fixing my sleep schedule. That helped a lot. And then also figuring out better habits for my eating. So no eating right before bed. No consuming a big amount of calories like when I'm feeling down, just like trying to figure out better habits, you know. I find joy in giving it all in my gym. And blasting Deftones, Linkin Park on my AirPods and getting out of the gym wasted. Dude, love that for you, bro. Walking is actually a game changer and is really good fat burner. Yep. Plus, it doesn't really feel like a huge workout, which is great. My work did a fitness challenge to walk as much as you can in 100 days. I got 500 kilometers, got free AirPods as a prize. Literally haven't gone outside since. 500 kilometers. Holy shit. I want to go outside more, but it's hot and humid. I have no heat tolerance, so I accidentally hit send. Oh, you were to finish your sentence, what you're trying to say? Anyways, I know it's not probably the most fun topic to talk in the world, but if you guys are going through some fitness journeys right now, regardless of where you are on your journey, I am super proud of you guys. You know, I don't ever, listen, maybe this will be the most controversial take that I'll ever have, but like, I don't ever want to like promote bad behaviors to you guys. I've gone through a whole bunch of like bad behaviors in my life, and where in the moment you don't realize it's bad and you kind of justify, like I still go through those things. One thing right now, if you guys, again, being honest, one thing I'm going through right now that I feel like I'm really bad at, that I need to do a lot better of a job, is, I don't know, it could be from some trauma in the past. Who knows? I don't know. I don't like the way this gasket went on. But I have this habit of like deflecting a lot. So when I make mistakes and people call me out for them, like I'll eventually take the criticism and I'll move on with it. But sometimes, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'll just be like, no, you did this. Like, you know, like I'll deflect with something. I don't know. But yeah, you gotta like watch out for those type of things. I can do 10 real pull-ups, but I still want to be able to do a muscle up. I think I can do like 3 pull-ups. Maybe if I'm lucky. But yeah, I don't want to like promote bad behaviors and bad habits. Very common thing, so no stress. Me too, my therapist helped me a bunch with that. Yeah, I need to get better at that. That's one thing I'm real bad at. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, I'm trying my best to improve every day in whatever way possible that I can. I'm sure we all are. The boys and I talk about that stuff. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, nobody is. Come on. Oh my god. That's another thing I really struggle at, is like fine motor skills. Like this. There we go. The boys and I talk about that stuff. Oh my god. Read that again? Dude, my brain read that as nobody's perfect, like with no problems. That is crazy that you just tricked me. That is crazy. Fitness journey, I want to be on a job that doesn't constantly have me on my feet. My knees can't do this anymore. Bree, let me tell you, I totally get that. Yeah, you need to. When I was working at my retail job, I worked retail for about, I think a total of, well, about 5 years, and then I did 2 years of something else where I was sitting down, and then I went back to retail. Yeah, the second time I went back to retail, like when I returned back to it, that was a really tough year for my knees. Your legs kill after standing all day. I still personally think.
Any cool vendors/events happening at the upcoming meetup?
Well, there's the Novel Keys meetup, and then there's also Keeb Life happening, I think, at the end of August. I don't know if there's any like special vendor stuff happening. The Novel Keys physical store is opening this week at the end of the week. In case you guys are in Morgantown, West Virginia. So there's a few. Thank you so much for the 3, by the way. I appreciate it. But let me tell you guys, one of my very firm personal beliefs is that retail and service workers. Okay, and I want to actually make something clear when I say this. I totally get that there are people who do those jobs and don't give a shit about those jobs. I get that. However, I am a firm believer that if you actually paid people better for doing those, you know, like in essence, like really, they're really tough jobs. I think retail was the most draining job I've ever done. But if you were to actually pay people better wages, they'd probably give a shit. Especially I know there's like a lot of young teenagers who do those things, but They're so underpaid in my opinion. Customer service as well, yes. They're so underpaid. They're so undervalued. Having to deal with like a bajillion different things and like standing on your feet all day and customer service, with tons of different personalities that you're interacting with every single day. It's soul sucking for sure. That's a good way to put it. It's toughest job I ever did. And it was I think 90, I would say 85% of the time I was there, it was about minimum wage. I think at one point they gave me like $1 above minimum wage, and like it's a decent feeling, but like when you look back at it, you're just like, dude, how do you like? It's just not living wage. It's not. It needs to be, and I really wish those jobs changed. I just don't know how to do it, man. Like I said, I worked it for so long, and it was the most grueling stuff ever. Like even I think Best Buy, or actually technically when I was working at, I worked for the Adidas group. So I worked at like Adidas and Reebok selling shoes. I think that actually was probably the most annoying job I had in retail, I'd personally say. But yeah, that was not fun for me. It was just a lot of like, how can I put this? A lot of really angry people. So how do they want you to open this case now? No, it's not. So how do I open this? Oh, I see. It's this screw and that screw. Well, how do I get to these screws? Is it just 2 screws? I can't tell now. So it looks like this screw is one screw that I need to take out, and that's the other screw. But as you guys can tell, the screw is covered by, I don't think it's friction. I don't think it's catchball. It would have said on the website. Or is it friction? Honestly, I can't tell. Imposter syndrome? I don't think it is. Hi, Sumo. How you doing? Oh, friction fit PCB? No, it's gasket, so it lays inside. I also need to plug things in, too. All right, so... Holy shit, John keyboard is live? What is that, Banana? Is there a latch for the top piece? Doesn't look like it. I guess, let me just play around with this for a moment. This is actually really confusing, by the way, guys. I don't think that's actually for the case, is it? I have no idea. Let me see. Do they have anything on the website to show this dismantles? Really, this might come off, this top piece here. It looks like, I really don't know. How do they get this top piece on? Dude, I have no idea how this opens. Does this pull apart here? I don't think it does. It's not pulling apart nice if it does. Let me see. Oh yeah, it does pull apart. What the? So this pulls, start putting off the knob. Yeah, I guess I have to take this off too, but is it just a pull knob? I don't know how this takes off. Is there a screw in this somewhere? I don't know how to take the knob off. I don't want to break it. No, it looks like this piece pops off. Oh, okay, so the knob doesn't come off right now. Hold on. There's like an inlay here. What the? Alright, so this was a bit weird to come off. This took a bit of pressure, by the way, guys. I kind of had to put this in my lap and really pull up. Like, this was... It took a good... a bit about amount of force to get that off. So let me put this screw back in. So I don't think I need to take that out then. And it seems like there's a carbon fiber piece here that's rather flexy that we'll have to take off and then put the keyboard in. I'm so confused by this. This feels unnecessary. So then wait, do these little screws just friction fit inside that? Oh, interesting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not magnetic, no. I thought maybe this could have been magnets too. This is so thin. Look at this. What's the point of this? It's an extremely thin force brake, but no, then the screws wouldn't be there. Ooh. My AirPod dropped out of my ear. Just kind of dangling there. Well, okay. So let's put this in here. Maybe something like that, so it doesn't dangle or something. Oh god, a ribbon cable. This ribbon cable looks damaged, to be honest. Alright, and then this guy goes where? Where does the battery slot into here? Am I going crazy? Maybe I got some sort of prototype PCB, guys. I don't see anywhere where the battery connects. Oh, the battery goes into this. Okay, never mind. I see it now. Crazy? I was crazy once. I'm just gonna lean and my posture's gonna be bad for a second, but we're all gonna deal with it. All right. Oops. This goes this way. Okay. Dude, this does not sit nicely in here. Because it shows in the exploded view that the carbon fiber piece goes on top. And like, this is not... Fuck it, I'm gonna force it in. Although I don't even think it's forced in here. This is as good as we're gonna get it here. And then what, they want you to put this on top? Bro, what is this right now? So this gets squished all the way down, then what's the point of the gaskets? If we're just gonna make this super firm. Fold the FPC cable. I don't think it's the FPC cable causing the problems. Or the ribbon cable, do you mean? It's not the ribbon cable. It's the... Okay, the problem is... Look how tight the tolerance is on the aluminum. It's scraping the edges. So it's not a cable. It's just the tolerances are all screwed up. Let's see if I can yoink this out now. You can hear it scraping everything. The cable is not really the problem here. Even if we were to remove the cable from the equation, it still doesn't fit nicely. Is this a production unit? I don't really know. Don't have a great way to pull this up. Oops. So cable aside, the cable's not really helping the situation at all, but I'm gonna really push it in here. Prototype unit. And I still don't quite get why these little pieces of carbon fiber are here. Like, I don't really understand the purpose of this. I can't think of anything feasible as to why they just wouldn't drop. Like, I get they're trying to make it this kind of pull-off assembly on top, but it doesn't really make sense. Alex, would you have a recommendation for HE switches for the wooting? Also, neoprene foam good for such a board? Neoprene foam. Have I used that before? What just flew? Something just broke and flew. What the hell just broke? Oh, this is like the wrong screw for something. What the fuck? Oh no, the little plastic thing underneath of it broke off. So this little plastic stopper just snapped off of this screw. Okay, I'm gonna say something, and you know, I appreciate this board being different, but I think this is just a very awkward assembly. Did it break? I don't quite understand the extra pieces here that are put in. Like, why stray away from just having something screw into the board? It doesn't really make sense to me. Well, that doesn't look too healthy now. Because, okay, let's be real here for a second. Even if this had build instructions to it, It's fine. But I think there are too many variables to go wrong here. Like, what if this little piece of carbon fiber snaps? What if one of these little rubber pieces snaps? Like, the scraping of the aluminum plate doesn't look too healthy either. You know, like, that's going to damage your board. And I think even from a vendor standpoint, like, what would make me want to carry a board that I'm going to have to sort of baby afterwards for people who damage their stuff, you know? And I don't love this either. I don't love this like push on fit aspect of the board here. Also, like this seems awkward too, because now I have to push this in. But like, how does this push in without me destroying this keyboard? Because look at this now, right? Look how much these are bowing upwards.
Legos to keyboards.
Look how much those are bowing. Was I not supposed to put gaskets there? If so, the board's just going to shake around like crazy. So if I'm not supposed to put gaskets there, like, should I not put gaskets? It looks like in the diagram there's gaskets on the diagram. So is that not the case? I don't know. I can't get this. Can't get this in. It's not popping back in now. I'm gonna be honest. I can't say I'm very happy with this. This seems like well-intended fun to have with a keyboard, with a lot of interesting features, with no real thought process into like how to put this together. Dude, like, what is this? Okay, I'm just really putting a lot of pressure onto this, so what even holds the top piece in? Pressure from these like screws with plastic around it. Alex, so strong. Take a hammer. I'm about to. Well, this one here is just not popping in. It's because that gasket on the screw broke. Okay. Well, I did it as much as I can. This little piece is not going to get popped in on the... Actually, that's not even the side that was broken. Was it? Yeah, it was. Skill issue? Yeah, clearly. Or stand on it. This is as much as it's going to go in. That's as much as I can possibly get it. There's a little piece that's still sticking up here, but it's fine. Alright. Before we go any further, I gotta say, that is a ridiculous design decision. I gotta say that, man. To have this pressure fit into some like plastic bits that have the potential to break. Absolutely ridiculous. Because like, you're just asking for people to, like, you gotta think it, okay? Like, if someone's gonna have a problem with this and now they break a piece, now it's up to the vendor. It's not even gonna be up to the designer. But it's up to the designer to create a product that people are able to easily put together. You know? You can see the top on the... Yeah, you can see the gap over there. There's a huge gap behind on top of this. It's really weird. So, like, this is just kind of an unnecessary risk to take for the sake of being a little different to hide some screws. You know? There are better ways to hide screws. If you really feel like your design is being taken away from by hiding screws, there are better ways. Well, do I try to attempt to fix this top? You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do it. I hate hiding screws. Like, literally, I don't give a shit seeing the screws. I really don't think a lot of people care about visible screws. Well, I need to fix this. It's bothering me now. You have a problem with mode stabs? Nope. No problem with mode stabs ever. Fucking, like, and then how the... Okay, so I'm going to be pretty angry about this. How the hell do I disassemble this board without fucking killing my fingers? This is not well thought out. Like, what, did I potentially bend the aluminum here? Not happy at all with this. Yeah, the plastic broke on this. Low-key, I like seeing screws. Yeah, me too. Fuck it. Just gonna screw this from here all the way down. If it breaks and ruins the metal, oh well. Not a 60, so hard pass. Still not going in nice, dude. Alright, I give up with this. This is stupid. There are better ways to do this. I can already see the metal wearing down too. Now the other side's not popping in nicely. No, this ain't it. I bet it probably won't go in nice regardless of the broken screw. It's not. Now this side's not going in nicely. You know, I know Click Clack's running this. High key. If I would not run this. Truly, I've loved Click Clack as a vendor. I know they're not the ones designing this, but this just seems like problems waiting to happen, dude. This is just problems. It needs to be redesigned. Like, this needs to not have this pressure fit system with such tight tolerances. This is not it. Like, I hate saying this because, like, I feel really rude saying this to, like, someone who put a lot of time and thought into this. But, like, this is designed so it's basically anti-consumer at this point here. Like, it's just not it's not something you'd enjoy doing in a hobby, you know? Like, I don't think there was much of this that's like, yes, this is it. I appreciate you giving it a good college effort on this, though. Very educational. Coated top part have less gap on the prototype. Coated top part will have less gap. Wait, Emo, are you like a designer of this or something? I feel bad for people's boards when they don't work out, but I wonder if designers built their own boards. I have to ask the same question. I know, again, it sounds rude. I'm not trying to be. But it's kind of frustrating. Even receiving this as a prototype right now, you are. Emo, I'm not trying to be rude, but I do think this needs to completely, like, this whole pressure fit system on the top, I just don't really think it's a good idea for consumers in the long run. You're asking for damage to happen. Because, like, let's take a look at one more time. Let's see, pop this off without damaging things. Okay, this is already bad. This happening, where, like, I am physically putting a lot of pressure and potentially warping things. Like, this is not viable for consumers at all. And then on top of that, you can already see, because you're using screws, I'm already tearing at the aluminum or the coating. You can kind of see it's already happening. You know? Look, And that's just from 1 or 2 times. What if someone wants to play around with this board a little bit, you know? Here too, like it's just not sitting nicely. It's tearing at the aluminum. And you're just gonna wear down your parts. I would go back to the drawing board on that and make it so you don't need to. You can maybe design a silicone board. Yeah, like again, I think this part is really cool. We haven't even put keycaps on it yet, and I'm kind of just already... I think this is neat. I think this needs to be laid out a little bit more thoughtfully, I'd say. Like maybe move the toggles, something in this empty space. But yeah, this whole enclosure system, I would really rework. I don't think this is the best design that you can possibly give someone in terms of, yes, this works really nicely. Because there's no way this is closing nicely. There's nothing I can do to make this close nicely. Like nothing at all. In fact, I think I even bent the screw now. Yeah. Acrylic top. Well, a magnet would work fine with this too. I think a magnet would be fine. Where maybe it just attaches to some magnets over here too if you really want to have like this interchangeable top system. Again, I personally don't think it's a great idea for this interchangeable top system. It makes no sense to me. Because you're not selling extra tops. So why even have an interchangeable top system? You know what I mean? If you're not selling those, no point in making it interchangeable like that. Like a fast interchangeable system. But ball cap, I mean, you could. I don't know if they want to do that. You could do, and it would probably be better too. Magnets would be better. Okay, I might not even be able to get this back in now. Strong magnets would be a great idea. Yeah. Again, my thought process, if you're doing something like this, where it's interchangeable, you're probably going to want to sell consumers interchangeable parts, right? So you want to make this as easy for them to do as possible. Someone who's in the hobby wants to have fun building the keyboard and not ruin their... Like, my hands are on fire right now doing this. But we'll put some keycaps on it. It's not closed properly. I can't get it to close. But we'll do that. Try putting 4 corners at the same time. I mean, it's not even latching into those things, guys. It won't even go in. Like, I'm not even trying to be dramatic or anything, but... Fuck. Alright, let's find some keycaps. I'll put some stuff on this. We'll go from there. Maybe we'll do a little bit of classic retro Zuyin on this. Whew. Is the CF plus gaskets just too tight? Well, no, it's... Okay, I'll show you guys one more time just to kind of clarify the issue here. This is the biggest issue is, Lord knows I'm warping this every single time I'm taking this off, right? So that's the number one thing, right? See how even you can see the shaving? I don't know if you guys can see that. Just something's like shaving every single time I open this thing here. And it's just like shaving off entirely. But basically what's happening is these screws are sitting on... These screws have these little gasket things around them. Okay? They're little plastic silicone spacers. The thing is they compress when you do it too tight. So you kind of have to get them exactly perfect. And then the idea is you put this on top of those and it pushes into place. But there's a little place where you can kind of get your finger underneath because they have like a little indent here, but it doesn't really matter because everything's so tight. Perhaps the coating is definitely adding to that. But I think the bigger issue here is these screws are aligning with the inside of the case here, causing it to scrape in, and it's just like metal on metal at that point. And I don't, listen, I'm not a scientist or an engineer, but I know there's also this thing that metals can basically, I don't know what it's called. But essentially, if metals sit enough with like, you know, temperature changes and stuff like that too, there's like bonding and binding that happen with those metals. So imagine like a year down the road, you try to open this and you have the screw almost like adhered. Yeah, maybe that's it, galvanic corrosion. Imagine if that happens. You can't have this screw here. This screw is just a bad idea. You need just a silicone bit. with dissimilar materials. I'm not too sure if this is the same material of the screw or something. I have no idea, but I've seen it happen. Perhaps that's it. But yeah, like this is just not going to work in the long run of things. Like it just seems like a bad idea to go forward with it. But I don't know. It seems a little bit problematic. I hope that makes more sense to anyone wondering. I think silicone nubs like that, or just a better hot swap variation for the top, like that's not even going in now, dude. I just made it worse. And you can tell, moisture happens anywhere, right? It's hard to put together. Listen, Emote Fish, you don't have to apologize for anything. No one's attacking you for anything at all. We love that you're building boards and you're doing awesome stuff. Like, I'm going to be 100% real with you, dude. We love that. I love seeing people be creative. Thing is, I think from a standpoint of, like, me being as honest as I possibly can, I need to be a little bit more tough on something that obviously has problems. Because the last thing I want to do is tell people, don't worry about it, like this, like it. Something like this is a major issue, I'd say. It's not like a small thing, right? I would love for you to go back to the drawing board and get this to be the best that you can possibly be. You know, maybe rethink the way this goes to the top. Because I want people to have, we will have some mods to the production units. Totally, I love that. I want you to have the best unit possible. I want you to have like the best product possible. And I don't want people to buy this and then have to be like, this is not what I wanted at all. I don't know if the group buy is open already. Let me triple check here. Was it open? It is. My suggestion, Emote, and I'll talk to Click Clack as well, halt the group buy. Don't run it right now. Get your prototype done to the best of your ability. Let someone take another look at it and stop this. Because I don't want people to buy it on a promise, and then you guys, I'm not saying you will, but we have to consider it. I don't want to have people feel like they were ripped off in the future if it's still something that they're not liking based on a promise, right? I would halt it, go back to the drawing board, fix whatever needs to be done, maybe give people an option to opt out or just keep with it for the people who purchased already. And then I would sell it again or run it again. Right now, I'm going to be honest, I think this is the first time in a while that I've said something like this. I cannot recommend it with this particular top piece. What's up, Frank? How you doing? It's never a bad thing to go back to the drawing board and redo things and just take a pause. You know, the last thing you want to do is stress out too as a designer. You don't want to stress out. So I think it's good that you maybe take a step back, cancel the group buy for now, put it on a halt, redo it, have it sent out again, go from there. That's going to be my honest thing. I just don't want to. I don't want you to be, at fault for anything. I don't want people to feel like they've been ripped off or anything. But yeah, this is a tough one. Feedback is a gift. Yes. Yeah, I'm being a little bit more harsh just because I do like a little bit more, I guess, how can I word this? I'm being a little bit more direct with this just because I feel like I need to be. And I don't want you to take this again as me being mean or me being hurtful towards you. We love that you're designing stuff, truly. I don't want to ever stop seeing people be creative. But yeah, this is something I would definitely go back to the drawing board for. Again, much respect for even letting me take a look at this and whatnot through Click Clack, but yeah, 100% come back to this with some changes. It's so mean. Every time I see you, this is a sponsor stream, but I'll be honest. Good to see you're honest. I'll be honest, Sandwich. There's not really a whole hell of a lot of problems with boards. It's very rare, man. I'm gonna be honest, Sandwich. The little pieces of criticism that I give things are usually very minor, and they're not, how can I word this? They're not make or break problems. Yeah, I would say like what Gioren just said a few years ago. Yeah, dude, you would be like, this is fucking terrible. Like, blah, 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 like this really needs to be redone. Nowadays, everything's very, like, unless you're trying new things, which I can appreciate, this is try something new. It's very rare that you have issues like that. Alex, the brutally stamped keyboard designer with facts and logic. Big fan of your content. The space stab isn't ticking pretty badly. Wait, what happened? Space stab is ticking pretty badly. I mod up my stab with the tutorial. No matter what I do, it ticks. Two things you might have done. You may have over-lubed it. And it's actually not ticking. It's actually a suction effect from the lube. Believe it or not, you don't need much lube. So if you've kind of drowned it with lube, it could have a suction effect. We love suction. Hey! So what I would recommend doing is depends, it's a little bit more involved. What you can do is unscrew it or unclip it. Grab yourself like a little, grab yourself a pair of tweezers. I would put like a little piece of tissue paper on the ends. Wipe any lube underneath of it. And then seep the stab back if you don't feel like disassembling the whole thing. You know? That's what I would probably recommend. Yeah, what Link said, Emo, we appreciate you even coming by the stream and showing your face here. You know, I appreciate that too, man. That is a big move too. I don't know the bottom layout too well here. Is TGR Tomo still good? I just bought one. Yeah, Tomo's great. Nothing wrong with the Tomo at all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Oh, I guess we need F keys for this too. I actually discovered that some sets I have used in a long time have warped spacebars. They're making it so no stab set. Oh, yeah, it could be a warped thing too of your keycap itself. What I find a lot of the time happens is over-lubing for people. Some people just have probably, I mean, not always. They've worn down some of the keycap and mounting them. So, you know, the keycap itself, the space in between it will kind of, not rattle per se, but I mean, yeah, technically it rattles, it moves around a little bit. You gotta be careful when you're doing that too. But what switch would you use in a hypothetical personal Neo 80? I would use, truth be told, I would probably use Obscuras. I think that would be my choice there. So I shouldn't be ripping off keycaps with my fingies. I mean, I do it, so. I mean, it doesn't sound half bad. Maybe these Mirror Lake switches are, oh, this is in the wrong spot. Okay. The bottom layout is not what I thought it was. So I'm guessing this is just a 1.25U bottom row. It actually doesn't sound too bad. I know it has the one piece of foam in it, but wait, how does this go? Is this a 1U in between that? Interesting bottom row. I'm guessing that is a 1U. You're super right there. I can hear foams. Yeah, it's definitely foamy. It has a hollowness to it too, which I kind of expect it because when you put keyboards with nothing underneath of it and no weight, you're gonna get kind of a tinny sound signature a little bit. It happens. We kind of already came into this knowing. Function. Oh shit, is this a 1U as well? I think that might be a 1U as well then. Okay, that is a 1U. What are the issues with this one? I'm gonna be honest. It's hard to summarize. I think it just needs to be, the top frame of this and the way that it's installed just needs to be really reworked. But I think it'd be more valuable to watch the replay rather than me trying my best to explain it. Alrighty. Let's see how it sounds anyways. I don't know if anything will actually function if I plug it in. Okay, so the light's on there. I mean, it might have already been, so. If it gets reworked, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a good board going with a rework because I can't tell the future, unfortunately, they're real. It could be a bad rework. It could be an excellent rework. I'm not too positive, to be honest. Doesn't sound too bad. I don't know if this fingerprint reader can actually do anything. I wonder if you can set this up for the Mac. So this is volume. Actually, okay. One thing I will say, this is not a stepped rotary encoder, and I actually quite like that. It feels really smooth, and I kind of like the non-stepped rotary encoder. It makes it feel very premium, and I feel like unless you get the right stepped rotary encoders, they don't feel great. These feel a little bit loose. I don't actually know what these do, though. Oh, so this play. Okay, interesting. So this toggles play and pause. So play. You guys can hear the music. Pause. Huh? Oh, sorry. Play and pause is this way. What does this do? I don't know, but this is play and pause here. All right, this is cool. Is this a little loose? Yeah, I think if this was... I like this idea, actually. This is cool. I do feel like this needs to be a smidge more firm. The toggle... Oh, is it already loaded in VIA emote? I would maybe tune this so it was a bit more firm. Because this does feel a little bit loose. Not loose per se, but it's... needs to be a bit more like... Yeah, firmer to prevent the accidental bumping for sure, but it also just from like a clicking standpoint, I think it does need to have a little bit more of that like, you know, density to it. I need a JSON file for this, but... All right, cool. And I don't know if this will work with Mac. And this is apparently... I don't know how to set this up too. Emote would have to let us know here. This is apparently a NCF reader or something. Quick action. NFC, sorry, I don't really use NFC. So supports NFC scanning to activate iOS shortcuts and other functions. Users can scan the keyboard's NFC tag with their phone to set corresponding actions through shortcuts. So how do can I do that with my phone? Oh my God, there's so many notifications. You guys are gonna make fun of me. Let me clear them all. It's not actual people talking to me. It's just, it's like notifications from news and stuff. I don't feel like getting made fun of. How dare you? No, not nudes! News! So, do I just... I don't know how NFC works. I never use it. I don't know. You can set it like a macro. You have to set up an action in your phone. How do I set up an action on my phone? How do I do that? Closer? I mean, hold on. I don't know how to do it. YouTube.com. It's fine to indulge a little. I don't know if iPhones can do it as well as Androids. Gotta know the spot. Is there like a special spot for this? I don't know. It's not gonna work if you... Okay, how do I set something up? I wanna try it. Do I have to just type in a shortcut? Oh, that is not what I was trying to find. Shortcuts. I will love this. Type in NFC. NFC. contactless NFC. Of course it didn't open. On your iPhone, open the Shortcuts app, tap on the Automation tab. Automation, new automation. To create personal, okay, I want to create a notification. Let's see, what can I do? Is there like one to call Angel? Can I like call Angel when I tap this? Scroll down to select NFC. Is there NFC here? Oh, NFC. Here it is. NFC tag. Hold your device near the NFC. I'm going to be honest. I am not positive on how this works. By the knob? Nothing's scanning though. It shouldn't even need to be that close. Are you sure it's not the X? Oh, you're right. I think it is the knob. Center of the phone? Okay, I don't know how to do it. Do you have to hit the scan? No. I don't know, guys. iPhones are near the top. I never use NFC stuff. Oh, did I get it? No, I just can't. Just canceled the stuff out. Oh, there we go. I got it. Name this tag. Hey, chill, guys. I'm an old man now. I hit 33. Chill. I will get this technology thing down packed one day. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys being proud. Frank's about to kill me, bro. Frank's about to kill me, dude. Name this tag. I don't know. I don't know how to ban Adam, though. I don't know. Let's just call it keyboard. Keyboard. Next. What do we want it to do? FaceTime. Angel. Medina. Boom. And then let's call him 33 gang. All right, let's call him. Wait, do I just scan it now? Is all I do? Wait, do I have to like save this? Hold on. The Govy docs? It'll pop up anyways. And you guys have seen me call Angel anyways. Dude, this is a little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I don't know how to call Angel. So let's just... I'm trying my best here, okay, guys? This is a little frustrating. Are iPhones good at doing NFC stuff? Bro, you guys get to see all the games that I play and stuff. The NFC might be just really small. This in the iPhone issue or user issue? It could be a bit of both, dude. It's not much different. This is painful a little bit. Okay, I might have to give up, guys. I can't get this to work. Do you have games on your phone? I have lots of games on my phone, bro. But not games like Tim. Do you have to press the button down? No, that just... No. Well, I was really wanting to call Angel, but I guess I can't call him now. Let's see. Automation again. Shortcuts. Let me make sure this is still run immediately. Apple Starks? This Stalks. Oh man, it's not working. Alright, so surely it's Apple's fault? You guys just want to blame Apple? I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really want this to work, bro. I mean, it clearly picked it up, right? If I just unplug it and replug it type thing. Type B, you know what I mean? No, I must be doing... You can try to run the automation first. Let's see. Let me try to run it first. Wait, how do I run this? I don't know how to run this. What are you trying to do? Ban you. Go to your shortcuts app and just tap on it. Oh, shortcuts. I mean, it's not even in the shortcuts app. It's in the automation app. When keyboard is detected. All right, so that obviously works. It says ready to scan. Call it keyboard one more time. Hold on, guys. Done. Let me just try doing another automation then. Let's set an alarm. Ban Alex. Thanks, Adam.
Mark ban Alexotos.
Let's do alarm any when oh no, that's not it. Oh, I have to do NFC. Let's set something else to do it here. All right, it's clearly picking up consistently. Keyboard. Next. Let's just, I don't know. Let's go to start camera. Do I have to like enable NFC or something? I don't know. I don't know. It's working. This is a skill issue. Bro, it's not. Keyboard's detected. And it called Angel. I got it, Will. I got it. I need to call it Angel though. You're not answering. Uncle did it? Okay, you know what? I guarantee you he's at work. I should have picked him. That's crazy. Anyways, it works. It's calling him, so. Damn. I just noticed the bottom row. Okay, maybe it's just a fucking iPhone, dude. I don't know, dude. Yeah, it's a 1.21. All right, let's see how this sounds. It's a cool feature. Maybe it's the iPhone, maybe it's that not working 110%, but I like this though. These toggles are fun. I mean, it's not terrible sounding. Yeah, it has the mid-plate foam. It has an emptiness to it. I mean, it has that like bell kind of feel to it. Yeah, the hollowness, you can definitely say. I had a feeling, again, guys, if you guys want, case foam I don't even think will fit in this board, Frank. Like the case foam underneath. But it doesn't have anything underneath it. Like it stands on these two X's, so it's gonna be a little bit hollow sounding. right? This is inevitable when you go this route of having the keyboard stand on something like this. We saw it in the Silanth or whatever it was called. We saw it in the box. The box had the same thing where it stood on stilts basically, and it also had that empty kind of sound profile. You can unscrew the X's, but then it would sit really low and flat. The Sisyphus, that's what it was called, yeah. This sound seems like it's there and it wants to be there, you know? Like it sounds like it wants to be full sounding, but it doesn't have anything here to kind of add some density to it. You know what I mean? Like it needs something there to give it a little bit of oomph. Yeah, I agree with you, Frank. It's impacting the sound not ever so slightly. It impacts the sound regardless if you think it's good or bad. It does impact it. But, you know, overall though, if it didn't have, being 100 here, if it didn't have the other issues that it did, being the top case, we'll leave the funky NFC thing. I don't know if that's just me being incompetent at this point here. I've never used NFC, just so everyone's understanding. We'll leave the NFC aside, but this is fun. This is interesting. If it didn't have some of the weird things to it, like the top frame, the weird carbon fiber, some of the other design issues with this, I think this would be a fun board to pick up. But 100%, it needs to be reworked. In fact, I would actually say the NFC is pretty cool. So if I did want to call Angel, I just, tap my phone type thing. But it's pretty cool. Needs a lot of work though. Again, my recommendation, same thing I said earlier. I would pull this off of Group Buy for now until all the reworks get done, because I don't think this is ready to be sold. And it needs to be reworked and shown that it's proven to be reworked before people commit to purchasing. Overall, I think this is fun. I think the layout of this needs to be also redesigned too, but it is what it is. But interesting board. Interesting board that I feel like maybe go back to the drawing board ever so slightly. So not selling point, but it doesn't take away from it. Yeah, I agree with you. The NFC's fun. I think it's a fun addition because it's cool. On a good track, just not there yet. Yeah, and like I said, just needs to be reworked completely. 2 hours late, but does it have an internal weight? It does not have a weight. Just one of these. Is the IF logo on the internal weight? IF logo on the internal weight. I don't think there is an internal weight on this. There's no internal weight at all. Whew, I'm sweaty. That sonnet though. Thanks guys. Alright though guys, that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. I hope I did what I could here. So, Emote, I hope you took this in good spirits as well. I don't mean to be any sort of rude or anything. I just want to give you the best, most insightful criticism that I possibly could. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoy. I'll be on again later today. We're doing a client build at 7 p.m. I'm just going to go do a few things, and where's the trackpad? Charging on the other side over here. I hope it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in a few hours. I'm going to go take a little break, go lay down for a bit, and we'll be on again soon. Bye, everyone. Love you. Actually, fine. Let's find someone to raid, actually, before we jump off here. Who's even on? Oh, Mr. Novel Keys? Damn, I'm going to go raid Mike. Let's go see what he has to say. He's showing off things that I guess we're going to be releasing this week. So, all right, guys. Enjoy Mr. Mike's stream. Tell him we say hello. And tell him is he wearing a hat today? Tell me he has a sick hat. All right, guys. See you guys later.